Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex of the Cutout Llama. If you see this red live box right there, that means I'm live, but if you don't see it, that just means you're catching the replay. It is Monday, which means it is a brand new cutout of the week, and as promised, it is a strawberry filled month, so we're doing another strawberry themed cutout. Okay, so comment the word jam, J-A-M, and I will send you the supply list for this, or the link to get this. I've lost my train of thought. Just comment the word jam and you'll get all the information. But we're going to go ahead and paint this, and then we will do a little giveaway at the end. So when y'all pop on and say, hey, I'm going to get this shared over into my broadcast channel. So if you're not part of my broadcast channel, right down there in the pinned comment, there is a link for you to join. There's a link in there for you to join. It's the best way to kind of know what's going on over on my page. I'll send out like notifications or messages through there to let you know when I'm live, and just some other stuff. I really try not to send a ton of messages in there, but that's the best way to know when I am live. So let me get that shared into there, and then we are going to go ahead and get started. Happy Monday, everybody. I hope everybody's had a great day. I've been busy cutting, but lots of orders are going out, which is exciting. All right, so here is our cutout of the week. It's a little strawberry jam jar. Thank you for sharing, Kathy. Yes, good evening, Linda. So y'all comment the word jam, J-A-M. That will get you the supply list for everything I'm using. But we're going to go ahead and start painting. I'm not quite sure exactly how I'm going to do this. I'm not quite sure what color I want the ribbon to be, but I know the rest of it. So we're going to paint the jar red. So we're going to use two different reds. We're going to use like a darker red and a bright red, because I want to paint the strawberry in this bright red and then the back of it in the darker, okay? Hi, Nara. Hi, guys. Hi, Angie. How's everybody doing? Hi, Joan. Hi, Monica. Good evening, everybody. Hi, Darlene. All right. So let's pull this out. I was trying to decide if I wanted my jam jar to be like a typical jam jar, or if I wanted it to be kind of like whimsical and paint it pink, but I decided to go with the typical coloring, and we'll see how we like it. If we don't like it, we can change the background color. But I'm going in with the color Imperial from Home Decor. That's a chalk paint. I really like this color. This color is perfect for patriotic stuff. All of that good stuff. So let's get this on here. I'm just going to pull the color up. I don't have to paint the whole thing because this little thing is going to cover up most of it. But if you want to paint the whole thing, you absolutely can. Hi, Darlene. Hi, guys. And speaking of patriotic crafts, I launched my patriotic mystery box last night, and they're still available. So comment the word jam. The link is in there, or if you check out the pinned comment, down below, there's a link that takes you to my website that'll show you the cutout of the week and the patriotic mystery box. You can grab both at the same time. So, hi, Victoria. How did your first day go? Hi, Joanne. All right, we're going to do one more coat of this. And then we're gonna move on. So yeah, grab your patriotic mystery box. I'm so excited for it. The patriotic mystery box is $50, which includes shipping, and then the cutout that I'm doing tonight is $8.99, which includes shipping as well. So if you get both, you should not be charged shipping, the $7.99 shipping whatsoever. So hi, Shannon. Hi, guys. Yes, our keyword is jam. When you comment that word, you'll get the supply list. But I'm going in with my Imperial chalk paint, and we're just doing a second coat of this because I want it to be nice and covered. And there's a little chunk in there. There we go. And we are going to dry this again. Oh, my goodness. My Easter was good. We actually celebrated Easter on Saturday. And so yesterday, Thomas and I just hung out at the house all day. I cut most of the day, and we just kind of chilled and watched TV. Hi, Barbara. So, it was a good Easter. How was all of y'all's Easter? Hi, Dewey. All right, so there is our dark red jam jar. going to put that to the side, okay? And then we're going to pull out the kind of, I guess, the cloth that goes over the jam jar. And we're going to do that in like an off-white color. Having foot surgery in the morning, excited to get my box in. Oh my goodness, Angie. Well, that will keep you busy. It was nice. Did y'all do anything fun for Easter? Anything interesting? Hi, Ruthie. All right, so we're gonna go in with the color Light Buttermilk. If I can get it to focus, there we go. Light Buttermilk. You could use vanilla for this. I think vanilla would be a pretty color. I ran out of my vanilla last week, so we're just gonna use this instead. Ooh, I need to shake it. Yours was good? That's awesome. I'm glad y'all had a good Easter. Ours was very relaxing. Unfortunately, when we went over to my parents' house, we were trying to have like a pool day, and it was so overcast, and the water was like very cold, in my opinion.
It was not that bad.
It was cold. I don't know if they could hear you on that one, but it was cold. Thomas says it wasn't that bad. Hi, Lynn. So we sat and watched, my mom and I sat and watched the kids, my niece and nephew swim, while my brother and Thomas and the kids all swam. I got in for a second, and then I got out because it was chilly. All right, this is definitely gonna need a second coat, but I like this color. So this is the color Light Buttermilk. It's comparable to like vanilla. Okay, did you turn on the grill?
I did.
Okay. They say hi, babe.
Hello, ladies.
He says hello, ladies. Add stencil with white check. Are you talking about on this, Holly? I know, Darlene. I saw your comment. I'm so sorry. How big is my glass mat? Oh, are you saying to paint this pink? You could paint it pink. My glass mat is, I don't know, 24 by, it's really smoking, babe.
I know.
24 by 18, I think. You heard him. All right, so now Holly's got me thinking, should we change our little cloth? Should we keep it this color, or should we change it to my vintage Victorian? So keep or change? What do y'all think? I'm not gonna add the checker, but I'm gonna add polka dots to it. So if we change it to pink, if we change this to pink, I'll do the light buttermilk polka dots, or vice versa. If we keep this, I'll do the light pink polka dots. What do y'all think? Keep it. I do think the pink would be pretty. Change. Keep it that color. I'm gonna do one more coat while we're talking about it. Keep. Lynn, we are doing the cutout of the week. So it is a little strawberry jam shelf sitter. You can come in. They can't see you.
Oh no, the smoker's smoking.
Oh my gosh. It was a lot of smoke.
Well, that's what they do.
You're welcome, darling. All right, it looks like the vote was to keep it. I do think a pink one would be really pretty. And we can always change it if we don't like it. So let's do another coat. I really like this light buttermilk color. Keep. Okay, it looks like the majority said to keep it. So we will keep it. All right. I'm going to scoop this up and put what's left back in my jar. Maybe we won't do pink dots. Maybe we'll do the red dots. I don't know. I can't decide. All right, let's dry this. And let's see what we have so far. Okay. We're going to see, I'm going to do a lighter red in this, and we're going to see how it turns out. If we don't like it, then we might change the background of this jar to pink. I got to just see if this red will be light. Hi, Patricia. So we're going to go in with True, cover up my face, True Red, which I'm hoping this will be a brighter color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to base coat it in white real quick. So I'm going to base coat this in white to see if that will help brighten it up. So I'm going to wipe off all the glue that's on there. And then let's put a little bit of white on our mat. And then let's cover this up and see. Oh shoot, okay. Make sure I'm not losing any pieces. So I'm going to try to base coat this and see if that will help cover, make the red a little bit brighter. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't need to do a ton of coats. Hi, Sandra. How are you doing, Miss Sandra? If you're just jumping on, say hey, comment the word jam, or check out the pinned comment down below. That'll give you the keyword, and there's some links in there for y'all to grab the mystery box and or the cutout. And we're going to see how this paints. I think we're going to have to do a couple coats of the red. Now remember, we're going to have the greenery sit on top, so it's okay that we're getting the paint up there. Hi, Louise. Hi, Lisa. All right, let's do another coat. And, ooh, that's good. Let's see how this looks on the dark red, and then we'll go from there. Because we might need to change the dark red, maybe to the lighter red. I don't know. Yay, Sandra. That's so exciting. All right. What do we think? Should we keep it or change it? I'm almost wondering if I should have done the opposite, where the brighter red was in the back. I don't know. But I think we're going to keep it. Let's see. Kind of get the whole effect. Because I want it to look, you know, pretty realistic, if you will. Hi, Debbie. So I guess we're going to keep it for right now. Let's do, we're going to go in with the color New Leaf. Hi, Leona. Keep, okay. We're going to go in with the color New Leaf. Did I tell y'all that I found my missing paints? You know how I was telling y'all, I think it was last week, that I had misplaced my box of like my new Deco Art colors? Well, I found them. I found them last Thursday and I was so excited. You know, all the colors, the new colors that we've been using, like with the lavender and the mint. I thought I had lost that box because I came in here and I tore my craft room apart to find some transfers for y'all. And then I misplaced this box, and I found it on Thursday, and I was so happy. So I didn't have to order a new box, and I had not ordered another box yet, so I was lucky to have found my paints. All right, we're gonna go in and do another color of the green. You could do a darker green if you wanted to. I like this New Leaf color. I think it needs one more coat and then we'll be good. So this is my predicament. So while we're working on this, okay, I have this little, like the ribbon, right? So we have the ribbon and we have the bow. Should I paint the ribbon and bow red, or should we do pink? What do y'all think? Red or pink, or is there a different suggestion? one more coat of the green, and then we're going to be good to go. And I'm going to put all that extra pink what, Nara? Like a pink bow. Pink, pink, pink. All right. So there's our little strawberry. Pink. Yeah, I was so excited that I found them, Leona. All right, so we're going to go in with Vintage Victorian. I like this color too. And we'll paint our bow and our little ribbon. Pink bow. Okay. We will do a pink bow. Let me pull out my makeup sponge. And then we'll do this next step. Alrighty. And I'm going to wipe this down because it does have some glue on it. That's going to pull off all of that glue, and it shouldn't yellow your cutout or your paint. All right. There we go. And then we're going to paint this. Now this color will need a couple of coats. But again, if you base coat it in white, it should cover a lot better. Paint for the large piece where the box sits. Where the box sits. What box? All right, and then we're gonna do the bow. And then we'll dry and we'll do another coat. Pink for where the box sits. Pink for that large piece where the box sits. Not sure. All right. Getting this nice and dry. One more coat. And then y'all, pretty much everything is painted, and then we're just gonna go in, distress, add all the details, and then we're gonna be done. So y'all comment the word jam if you haven't already done so. That will get you the link to our cutout of the week and the link to purchase the Patriotic Mystery Box, which you have until Friday to claim. So, I did a little live about it last night. And if y'all have questions about the Patriotic Mystery Box, you can drop them below. But it'll have 7 different cutouts. There'll be an interchangeable, and there'll be a shelf sitter in there. And it's nothing I've ever have done before. So it's no repeat cutout that I've shown before. So if you want to grab both the cutout of the week and the mystery box, down in the pinned comment, the last link in there is a link directly to my website. When you click on that link, it'll pop up to my website and you'll see both items. You can add to cart and check out. It shouldn't charge you any shipping. So, all right, I think we're good. Let's close this up and let's see where we're at. Let's clean all this up. We're done with the painting. So we used Imperial, Vintage Victorian, True Red, New Leaf, and Light Buttermilk. But if you don't have light buttermilk, I do think vanilla would work great for that, which I was planning on using that, but I ran out of my jar. So are all the, no, not everything is an interchangeable in the box. There are, I'll tell you, there is an interchangeable and it comes with 3 inserts. Then the rest of the items are different sizes. There is a shelf sitter in there, and they are different things. And there might be some, you know, additional small items in there that I'm not even including in the 7. So, hi, Mary Snyder. How are you? And like I was saying, the value of that box is over $70, and you're getting it for $50. That includes shipping. So, it's a great deal. I'm really excited about it. I cannot wait to reveal it to y'all after orders are closed. So, I will do a reveal like I did last time. Okay, I'm going to take my black marker and I'm just going to clean up the edges, which when I'm painting with those makeup sponges, I don't really get on the edges, which is nice. How much is it? $50. So it's $50, and that includes the cost of shipping. And those will start shipping out on Thursday. So I'm excited. All right, cleaning up these edges, making it look a little bit more finished. But y'all, when you paint with those makeup sponges, I really don't get paint on the edges. You're welcome, Victoria. All right, so let's start distressing. I'm gonna pull out my brown. We're gonna use walnut stain. Although oh, there it is. I wanna use brown espresso. I'm gonna use my dark brown. Hi, Donna Deek, how are you? I won't, Leona. I won't. I was going to do all my distress and then I was going to go back and add it. But thank you for the reminder, because you know, I'll forget. So I'm going to distress this part first, and then I'm going to go in and add the, it's okay if you knock stuff over. They're used to it. I'm going to go in and add the polka dots. So I guess that's my question is, what color should we do our polka dots? Should we do them in pink or red? What do y'all think? All right, and I'm just gonna use my finger to kind of soften it a bit. I don't want it to be so harsh. I'm gonna kind of take it over the cutout itself. Just to kind of make it look a little rusty and worn. But what color do y'all think for the polka dots? Now you could totally use a transfer on this. You could use the flower dot pattern. You could use the buffalo plaid. You could use any, same as the bow. Hi, Cruz. You could use any pattern on this if you wanted to. I'm gonna do polka dots. So let's kind of check it out. I'm going to distress everything, but I kind of just want to see what we think. Red, we could do both pink and red. Red. All right, I'm going to go in. I'm going to add a little bit of brown to my leaf on my strawberry pink, the ribbon color. Thinking maybe just pink. All right, we'll do pink. All right, and we're gonna do the same thing here. Red polka dots. You don't think with the red it's gonna be too much red? I don't know, I can't decide. All right, let's do the centers of the seeds. I'm gonna do black seeds this time. You could do yellow seeds, which we've done yellow before. Where did we do the yellow? We did the yellow on this one. So that's kind of what the strawberries look like with yellow seeds. And then we've done the black stuff as well. Oops, I knocked that over. I'll pick it up in a second. So I'm just gonna go in with my black marker and fill this in with the other side. Ah! Black, are you talking about black dots? Ooh, gold dots. I think pink or red would be cute. All right. The seeds are scored on there, so all you have to do is just take your marker and color it in, okay? And then I'm gonna glue this on top. Are y'all talking for the seeds? I'm hoping y'all are talking about the seeds. All right. Ooh. We'll let that set up. I ordered those Sharpies from the, yes, I love the Sharpie brand. And I need to pull out my new set that I just got. Okay, so I had an awesome watch. I don't know, Miss Sue is on here. We were doing polka dots last week with our cutout of the week, this guy. And I used the end of a paintbrush to do that. So she actually sent me some of these embossing stylists, which I know do great for polka dots. So we're gonna use that tonight. And we're gonna do pink polka dots on this. So I'm gonna go in with my Vintage Victorian and do our dots. Now y'all, I haven't really used one of these before. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hi Janice, how are you? So give me a second. I know I got quiet. I'm just trying to decide how many polka dots I want to do. I already did too many. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to show. I think it's going to be too light. The pink is going to be too light. All right. So we're not going to use that pink. I think we're just going to use red. Been missing me. I've been here. Or have you just been busy? I think I'm going to go in and I'm going to do red. Okay, because the pink is awfully light on that buttermilk, light buttermilk color. So we're going to use the red instead. Okay. And y'all, I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to this. I haven't used these much before. All right. Gold would be pretty too. I do think gold, oh yeah, the red. The red is the ticket. You could do a darker pink. So let me just show you so far. So that's the red dot so far. I've been busy. Ooh, how fun. I'm guessing that's what y'all did for Easter. All right. And I'm just doing a little uniform dotting, because if I don't do like a pattern for the dots, then I get a little crazy with the dots. And then it's over polka dotted, if you know what I mean. Yeah, the red looks really good. I really like these little stylists for dots. Do y'all use these for dots? Came back, Cyrene. Well, I'm glad. It sounds like you had a blast, Miss Janice. I did my line a little bit closer than I wanted to, but that's okay. And we'll do a little dot down here. And that is good. Okay, so they have these little ball points on the end, which are perfect for dotting. I'm gonna have to add those to my Amazon storefront. Thank you, Sue, for sending those to me. I really appreciate it. I love it. All right, let's dry. And then let's see how this all looks with the pink. You use them all the time. I think I tried a long time ago and it wasn't successful for me, but I've crafted a little bit more now. And I really like how that turned out. We did. Oh, I'm so glad. Man, 14 kids. That's a lot. That's a lot of kids. All right. That's still not completely dry. I really like the red dots. So let's see what y'all think. You just got some for your dots. Awesome, Chris. All right, so let's see what this looks like with the pink. Do we like the pink ribbon, or should we change the color? What do y'all think? While y'all are telling me that, I'm gonna distress the jam jar. Okay, so I'm gonna go back in with my ground espresso and do the same thing. I'm going to distress the edges of this. And this is gonna stand with a little kickstand at the end. So, pink what? Hi, Sharon. All right, that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on since we already know we're happy with it. And glue this down. Hi, Kristen. Thanks, Mary. All right, let that set up. They are quiet. They sure are. They're back there. They're sitting back there staring at me. Pink bow. Okay. So I'm going to see what this looks like distressed with white. You talking about change this to the light red? Yeah, you totally could do that. Maybe we should do that. Okay, the white doesn't show anything. So should we, okay. Now Sharon's got me thinking. You like the pink. Okay, the white does not show up on that pink very well. So we're going to distress with, I think, a pink crayon. All right. So I'm going to use my distressing crayons, and we're going to distress the pink. Oh, no, you're fine. Maybe put some dots in it. I'm going to do this, and maybe we'll add some of the light buttermilk. Distress in red. We'll test it. We'll see what we think. Because I do have a red, which we can distress in. Let's see if we like the darker pink. So let me show y'all. Kind of hard to see. So there it is in the pink. Let me do a little section in the red and then we'll see which one. So the really cool thing about these distressing crayons is they can be wiped off with like a baby wipe or a water wipe. So if you don't like it, it's not permanent. You don't have to repaint. You can, ooh, I kind of like the red. You can just wipe it off and do it whatever color you want. All right, and the bottom is the red. So red, pink on top. Which color? It's kind of hard to tell. I think we're gonna do the red. Thank you, Sissy. All right, we're gonna do the red. So then let's distress our bow. And if we need to do polka dots on this part, we totally can. I'm just trying to add a little bit. Yeah, I like the red. It kind of brings it all together. I guess I really don't need to distress this part because we're going to paint on top of it or glue it on top. All right. What do we think? Do we like it with the red, or should we paint it? Here we go. Now we can see it all together. Keep the pink or change it to that bright red. So what I'm saying is change this to the same red as this. Keep or change. There's the full effect. Ah! Love it. All right, I'm gonna close this up. Thanks, y'all. Hi, Barbara, how are you? All right, I'm gonna try something. And I may not like this, and I can wipe it off. I just want to see something. No, I don't like that. Pink, 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 keep. Shannon's like, change it. I want the bright red. I think I'm going to keep it. All right, so I tried to add some like distressing ink to kind of add some dimensional lines. I don't like it. Yeah, I'm going to keep it pink. Oh, I think. Let's see. Let's see. We're going to keep it. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue here. And I use stick fast glue. We're going to let that set up, and then we're going to glue our strawberry on. Let that set up. No, I know what you mean, Sharon. I do think the red would kind of bring it all together, but then I agree. I think it was Kimmy who said it might be too much red. But if you want to make it red, make it red. So I love these things. These are super easy to use. I highly suggest you get them. We could do that, Lori. Add a little pink. Well, it's already glued, so I'm not going to add any more glue or any more paint to that because then I won't keep it on there. Should we add red dots to the ribbon or leave it? I don't hate that idea. Or we could do like polka dots in the light color buttermilk that we put down. What do y'all think? Hi, Tammy. Leave it plain or add the dots? I always ask y'all. All right. Oh my gosh. Come on. Close for me. There we go. Leave it. Yeah, I'm afraid of adding the white dots and it looking too dotty, too polka dotty. But I do think that'd be pretty as well. There's just so many choices you could do. All right, I'm gonna grab a little makeup sponge. I'm gonna cut it. And I'm going to clean up the glue that seeped out from underneath. All right, we're gonna let that set up. So here's what we have so far. Okay, we're gonna add some stuff to it. I think. It needs something. White lines or black lines? Should we add white lines to it or black lines? Leave plain. Yeah, I'm going to leave it plain. So it does come with a kickstand. So you're going to glue this on the back here. Okay. And just a little smidge of a space in between the bottom. I know it's kind of hard to tell, but I'm not gluing it directly where it lines up with the bottom, right? I'm leaving a little gap right there. So I'm trying to decide if I want to add lines or no lines. Hi, D Powers, how are you? Trying to decide. We are almost done, so hang out with me till the very end. I'm going to do this last little step. Yeah, I don't have white buttermilk in a paint pen. That's the only issue. And I don't trust myself to actually paint the lines. But we could dot. We could do some dots. What do y'all think? So I grabbed the wrong size of this, but it will stand like this. It'll stand straight. I resized this, and so I grabbed the wrong little insert for it. But it'll stand up like that. So should we leave it or should we add some details to it? I don't know. No lines. Robbie says no lines. So this is the cutout of the week. Thank you, Leanne. This is the cutout of the week. So this is only going to be available during this week. So it is $8.99, which includes the cost of shipping. So you don't have to pay additional shipping on top of it. I'm going to leave it. You could do yellow seeds if you wanted to, Linda. I chose to do black. Maybe yellow would brighten it up. Maybe if you did yellow seeds, it might brighten it up. But it does come with a kickstand. Mine is just, like I said, the wrong size. And it'll stand up like that. Okay? And then you can take it apart and do it for easy storage. So this is the cutout of the week. It is $8.99, which includes the cost of shipping. You can paint it however you want to. This is just a little inspirational. So you can claim it. I'm not taking orders on here. There's two ways to grab this cutout, okay? You can comment the word JAM, J-A-M, okay? And go check your messenger. And there'll be the link, the first link in here, and that message will be to this guy, okay? And it's $8.99. The second link in there is to our Patriotic Mystery Craft Box, which I was talking about earlier. It has 7 different cutouts. It's $50, which includes shipping, and the retail value is over $70, okay? And there are limited quantities of this. If you want to grab both at the same time and not do 2 different orders, you can go right down there in my pinned comment and go to thecreativellama.com. And on there, when you open up that website, it'll be my cutout site. You can open it up and you'll see the first 2 items will be the Patriotic Mystery Box and this guy in there. You can order both at the same time and not pay any additional shipping or anything like that. So I just dropped in the comments the link to go check out the website with both of these. But if you just want to grab this, you can. If you just want to grab the mystery box, you can. Whatever it may be. If you have questions about either item, send me a message. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. But let's do our giveaway, okay? So y'all do me a huge favor. Hit the heart button. Comment the word JAM, J-A-M, and I will send you a message like I was just talking about. The way that my giveaways work is I give you a word to comment. So I'm going to say comment this word, and I'll give it to you. And then I'll say the 8th person on my end. The 8th person on my end will be the winner, okay? Robbie, you can, or it'll probably just be easier to go in and just go to the website and order it than me trying to add it to your order. It includes the cost of shipping. So you wouldn't be paying any additional shipping. All right. Here we go. So our keyword, babe, give me a word.
Burger.
Burger, which is what we're having for dinner tonight. Comment the word burger and give me a number 1 through 10. 7. So the 7th person to comment the word burger will be tonight's winner. You will get a blank cutout of the week. So you'll get a raw wood version of this, and it will come in the mail. So comment the word burger. Here are all of our little strawberry themed cutouts of the week that we've done so far. Which one is your favorite? The basket, the little house, the word stacker, or the jar? Which one's your fave? All right, let me put these back and then I will go back and check comments here in just 1 second. All right. Scroll up. Okay, the word was burger. So Sandy was number 1. Crafting Downstairs with Nancy was 2. Lynn was 3. Barbara was 4. Anita was 5. Angie was 6. What did you say, number 7?
7.
Tammy Roofer, you were number 7, so you are tonight's winner, Miss Tammy. So please send me a message, and I will get you your form to you to fill out so I don't lose it, okay? All right, y'all, comment that word jam, the house. The house turned out really cute. Comment the word jam. Go grab your mystery box and your cutout of the week. If it's easier for me to just send you an invoice for either one, you can just send me a message and I can send you an invoice for the box or the cutout of the week, okay? All right, y'all, have a great rest of your night. I will see all of y'all tomorrow, and enjoy your evening. Bye, y'all.